and there is a wicked storm about 5 miles west of us.
Come on, baby. I think I can. Just need like 5 more minutes. Yeah, I should just probably just cut my combine off and just let the storm pass, wait and see what it does. But what's the fun in that? I always enjoy trying to beat a storm. Well, I get to begin today by doing something a second time some might do. Got to pull this back off because I forgot to put on a critical piece of equipment. Lock collar goes on the bearing in here to keep everything in place. I don't know how I missed putting it back on. Just guess it's got in a hurry, but we're very fortunate that everything stayed put and we did not have a disaster Saturday all day while we were running. So shouldn't take long. I don't have to take this whole thing back off. Just got to take the outside pulley off right here, and lock collar goes back behind it on that outside bearing, the one that actually went out. So hopefully, since we just had it apart, come loose pretty easy, get this done shortly and be up and running, try and get this week finished up.
So we moved over here. Moved over here Saturday. We took Sunday off. It was Father's Day. We were just beat. The heat has been absolutely horrible. So we took a day to rest. The boys got 30 acres ahead of me. Now they are over at the doctor's entrance.
How do I get the grain buggy?
How do you get the grain buggy? You don't, Carter. Andy is spraying right now, so that's why he's not over here. I guess I could go get the buggy. But then, I don't know. I don't. Even though we took a day off, I still am, like, we're just so tired. But, we're down to the last 105, so, hoping to get done if it doesn't rain, because look, yeah. If it doesn't rain, we'll get done tomorrow afternoon. If it does, possibly Wednesday. This is like heaven to a person planting. The last 300 so odd acres have been nothing but just patch farming, kicking my butt, not smooth, absolutely horrible. 22, 19, 16 and 15 have been the problem children. So far so good today. We've already had a talking to, so maybe they won't pop their hoses off. Had some issues on Saturday night with the closing system not engaging on unit 6, but then all of a sudden it just started working. So I was like, oh, yes, Jesus, thank you. I had one pass left. And it just went to junk, so. Plus there was a mama deer with a baby, and she kept putting the baby back in there, and I was fighting with that. And every day we get out around 8 and we're not home till like 10 o'clock, sometimes 11. And so Matt just said, look, I don't want to break down on a Sunday. Let's just take a day off, go to church, rest. So we spent 3.5 hours sitting in our pool, just relaxing and floating, because even my toenails hurt. It was good. And then we watched Jordan's trucks come by, and we were waving at Dion because he kept passing by the house, so felt bad sitting in a pool and everybody else is working. But you know, you get to a point where you have to take a day off, you have to have a mental break, because everything's been going to absolute junk. It was a hard week, it was really hot. Just take a break. The old Matt Griggs would just keep on going, and you know, that's when you realize that if you keep doing that and you're mentally tired, you start making mistakes. So I'm glad we took the day off. I still feel like absolute crap. This wheat is making me very, very sick. It feels like I have the flu every day, but drinking lots of water, taking my medicine, shots, all that. I'm very, very grateful when this is over. I do love this job. It's one of my favorites, but man, this year has it's been rough.
All right, we finally got that pulley fixed. It wasn't too awful bad. Getting that wedge broke loose was a booger, but we got her fixed and we back going now. We got about 117 acres of wheat left. If everything runs smoothly, we don't get any rain, should be able to get done tomorrow real easy and hopefully pretty early. We got about 5 more acres on this farm, and then we're going to a big 110 acre farm that we should be able to mow on through pretty quick. I've been cutting for about 30 minutes now. My shirt's just now starting to get dry from getting planter filled up, getting combine fixed, getting it serviced. Tennessee summer has officially arrived, and I am firmly convinced that God created Tennessee summers, Mississippi summers, Louisiana summers, Georgia summers, Alabama summers, North and South Carolina summers in order to convince everybody that they did not want to spend an eternity in hell, because that's what it feels like outside. We had a heat wave get started late last week. Most of last week was pretty dang pleasant, and then the humidity and the heat arrived with a vengeance, probably starting Friday. And it's supposed to continue all the way through this week. Highs 95, 97 degrees with about as close to 100% humidity as you can get without it actually raining. I mean, it's so hot out there, it's just hard to breathe. And now we've got at least 3, probably close to 4 months of looking forward to that. My least favorite time of the year. I'm a winter person. I love the cold weather. I absolutely despise sweating because you just can't get anything done when you're sweating. If I'm cold, I can still get stuff done. If I'm cold, I can put on another layer. When it's hot outside and I'm sweating, I can only take off so many clothes before I go to jail. But when you're just drenched in sweat, it's dripping in your eyes, you can't see nothing, you can't like hold wrenches because your hands are so slippery. It's just almost impossible to get work done. Give me cold weather any day of the week. Now, I know that's kind of ironic because if all we had is cold weather, well, I couldn't be a farmer because I couldn't grow nothing. Just because I'm a farmer don't mean I enjoy the hot weather. I tell you what, it ain't the heat that bothers me. I go out west, oh, I love it. I have no problems out west at all. I don't care how hot it gets. It ain't the heat, it's the humidity and the fact that you're just soaked all day long that you're outside. That's the part that I don't like.
So Jordan is over there. I think that's his last farm of wheat. And last week he sent us a picture, and well, his wife sent me a picture, and she's like, they're rejecting loads for deer poop. And not just here, I have friends in Kentucky, in southern Illinois, that are all being rejected for deer poop. Never in 25, 30 years have anyone, like none of us have seen rejection for deer poop. They just don't want our wheat because the quality's low and they can't get rid of it. So I'm gonna hope and pray when we start delivering ours that everything is good. So, because if not, I may lose my last shred of sanity. Ooh, oh. Also been having some hydraulic problems. Not enough flow going to the fan, so we've had to adjust a few things. I think it's just because it's so freaking hot out here. I have overheated with the hydraulics a bunch of times. So hopefully with the weather changing and it being a little bit cooler, I won't have those problems, and then I can just keep going. The boys are almost finished here. I have, how many? I have 20 acres left before I have to move. But the thing is, they're gonna have to open up a really big space for me, so I'm not in a hurry. Also, I absolutely love driving in Jackson with all these beautiful people. So I'm probably gonna eat my lunch before I go over there. But
I just got moved over here to Smith family, cut this in row and turn around and seen the horizon there. That don't look very promising right there. Yeah, I don't know how much we gonna get cut over here, but hey, if it wants to rain, I'm not gonna complain about that corn getting a drink of water.
so the boys have moved, and there is a wicked storm about 5 miles west of us, dropping buckets of water. We're kind of in the pocket, so that's a blessing.
All right, I just checked radar. We were facing west, and everything is moving straight north to south. So what we were looking at is not coming towards us, it's going to bypass us. So we need to be watching the skies down this way. Once it starts getting dark, then we need to start getting concerned about getting rained out. Well, so far the rain has missed us, and looking south, don't see anything threatening coming up this way just yet. And then looking here on radar, you can see where we're at. You know, it's all to our north and west. There is a little bit, some few cells popping up down here that may turn into something. But even though stuff went to the west of us back towards the shop, unfortunately it looks like it missed the shop too. Now I'd love to have a rain back there. We done got all the wheat cut, we got our soybeans planted, and we got pre-emerge sprayed on our soybeans, which we really need a rain to activate that pre-emerge. And those pre-emerge chemicals, they will only last so long out in the sun before they start getting broke down. You know, they need to be incorporated by a rainfall to get them down into the soil to where they can become active to keep weeds from going up. So I'd absolutely love to see a nice 3/4 of an inch to an inch rain back towards the shop. You know, that's where our corn is on our thinner ground too. So yeah, I'd love to see one back there, but so far even the shop has missed the rain. But the day's not over. You know, we've seen how fast stuff can pop up here in West Tennessee. But we're over here on our certified wheat 26R59, and yields are really, really good. Are they any better than our saved wheat? I don't know. Maybe if they are, they're just a hair better. It's not real noticeable. Of course, I mean, we're just going off the yield monitor. Once we, get all the weights and everything tabulated up, configure field averages, we'll know a little bit better. I do know that the wheat does seem to be a little bit more uniform out through there as far as height. That last farm we owned, there was some variance. And, it looked a little bit more ragged, which I don't know if that's the variety's fault or something else. As far as certified wheat being more profitable though, I don't see that it's more profitable, because certified wheat runs us about anywhere between $15 and $20 a bag for a 50-pound bag, and for me to save wheat and have it clean, it cost us, well, whatever I could have sold the wheat for on the market. So let's just say, use a nice round term, $6 a bushel. $6 for 60 pounds of wheat, plus the cost of cleaning it and bagging it, which I think is $1.25, $1.50 a bushel. So I could pay $15 to $20 for a 50-pound bag of seed, or if I save my own seed, it costs me around, just say $7.50 for a 60-pound bag of seed. And when we're planting about between 150 to 160 pounds of seed per acre, so about 3 50-pound bags, and we're saving, just say, around $10 a bag. So that's $30 an acre we're saving by saving our own seed and replanting it. So for the numbers to break even at $6 a bushel, certified seed would have to yield 5 bushels more than what we're making on saved seed, and I just don't think it's doing it. All right, I've been keeping my eye out. I finally found some deer poop. See it right there on that laid down green that my head skimmed over? And that right there is why I'm not trying to get my header down and scrape up every bit of grain, because I've seen lots of loads get rejected this year, and I don't want mine to. So I'd rather leave a little bit of grain on the ground and leave the poop on the ground than try to deliver poop with my wheat and get paid for it. I believe most of the problem is where we've got laid down wheat real close to the woods, where we got laid down wheat you know, out in the middle or away from woods. I don't really think that there's a problem. That's wheat that just got blowed down. But like this right here, this could have been where deer bedded down and caused it to go down, or because it's so close to the woods, once it got blowed down, they started bedding down in there. And apparently deer aren't too particular on where they go to the bathroom at. Well, Andy got back just in the nick of time. Looks like we fixed to get a little wet here. And he just said over the radio, it's coming and flooded the shop, which is music to my ears. Is your scale zeroed out? Okay, because on the next load we need to put 36,500 pounds on Andy. We're going to be saving that for seed. And I'm going to go back to cutting. You get ready to get out quickly and get the tarp over the grain buggy if it starts coming down good.
These jokers to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if we will get any more cut. I'm starting to see a few raindrops there on my feeder house there. Looks like we're going to catch just the edge of it. Well, I know y'all can't see it, but through that gap in the trees, there's supposed to be some more trees through there, but I can't see them because it's coming to flood. I mean, we're literally just right on the very edge of it.
I'll let you know if the Mexicans get off the top of the roofs over here, then you know it's going to rain.
Yeah, I should just probably just cut my combine off and just let the storm pass, wait and see what it does. But what's the fun in that? I always enjoy trying to beat a storm or beat the rain. Yeah, this next load of Andy's is going to be seed wheat. We got out here in the middle away from the inroads. It's all standing up. It's going to be about as high quality as we're going to get, and we're saving, you know, the certified seed that we planted last year, because technically it should have the most genetic purity. And I sure would love to get this 36,500 pounds of wheat cut before it gets another rain on there, because I'm sure the quality of the germ is going to be low enough as it is. And the last thing we want is to have any lower seed quality than what we're already going to have. Our elevator's pumping out 1,600 bushels an hour, so it shouldn't take very long for us to get what we need.
But I don't think they have too much longer in the field. Down over Humboldt, it was coming, and I couldn't even see 30 foot in front of me coming to field.
Wow. Yeah, it rained right there on our doorstep. We're not going to wait for a full bin to unload. Every time we make a pass where my auger's is in cut wheat, we'll be sticking it out and we'll be unloading on the go. How many pounds we got on there now, Carter?
15 to 16.
Alright, those skies right there kind of gotten real gray and smooth, and that's what's heading straight for us and is going to get us if rain's in fact coming down.
Well, we're about to be done for the day. That looks nasty. But you know, what you gonna do? I'm gonna do one more pass and I'm calling it a day, because I'm not gonna get stuck out here dragging this through the mud. Well, we can take it early night.
Alright, this load ought to get us real close to 36,500 pounds. Might be 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pounds short. Alright, how much is that?
30,620.
Alright, another 6,000 pounds, which would be...
That radar, it's going to get real nasty.
Come on, baby, I think I can. Just need like 5 more minutes. 33,120 bushels is what we're looking for. Alright, I think we got what we need. 33,135. Cut a few extra bushels just for good measure. Oh, it's looking rough, We'll give it a little peak there in the middle so the grain can support the tarp rather than it wanting to sag in the middle when it gets rainfall on it. All right, how many pounds?
37,340.
All right, y'all get that tarp on there as quick as you can. All right, I'm gonna get on back over here to service trucks, try and grab that leaf blower and get this thing blown off before it gets wet. It'll make cleaning up this thing at the end of the season so much easier. Once that residue gets wet on the combine, it kind of turns into concrete. It is like 5 minutes of blowing off now before it gets wet can save probably, you know, 2 to 3 hours worth of cleanup afterwards trying to get that stuff unstuck off the combine. I believe I'm about to get wet though, and not from sweating in the humidity.
It's not exactly how I want to be leaving the field today, but when Mother Nature has some battles, she's gonna let us know. I guess she got a little too dry and hot up there, but yeah, I'm headed back to the shop now. Got rained out. All I've got left on the truck right now is like 37,000 pounds or so to keep for some seed for next year's wheat. I mean, we only lack probably, probably like 80 more acres to be done with wheat of 24. But today is not the day, apparently. I can see better through the GoPro than I can through my windshield. I guarantee I'll still have somebody try and pass me.
I'd say we're probably done for today. Bring y'all back whenever it dries up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty proud to see this rain. It's made us more money than what it's lost us in wheat yield and quality.
Everyone has left except me. I planted the last couple of rows before it really came down, and now I'm just waiting for it to stop because I'm not getting out in this. And yeah, I think we're done until tomorrow afternoon.
Man, boy, that was like pounding rain. Coming home, I seen water coming across the road in places I ain't never seen it come across the road before. Don't know what the total is, but I'm sure proud I got that weed out, got it planted, and got a herbicide on it. It ought to be good to go. I guarantee you got every bit of an inch in like probably 15-20 minutes here. It's come on, flood. Alright, we finally back out in the field. Hopefully get this wheat crop wrapped up. We were out of the field for 2 days from that rain. It's just cloudy for 2 days after that. Those storms came through and the wheat flat out just would not dry up. But we got nice sunny weather, got a breeze blowing today. I believe the wheat's about dry enough. We got about 78, 80 acres to go. And my goal is to get all of the wheat cut and in the bin today. But we got lots of other stuff to do. You know, we've been neglecting the rest of our corn, cotton, and soybeans for the last week and a half, and Mother Nature hadn't been neglecting them. Some things starting to get a little woolly, bugs moving in. We got a lot to do, so we gotta get this wheat crop wrapped up. I spent a lot of the last 2 days editing wheat harvest videos, and think we got pretty much all the wheat harvest content we need. So this last 80 acres gonna be short and sweet. Well guys, here it is. Pass we've been looking for. Last bit of wheat for 2024. And not a moment too soon, because it's done gotten damn quick. That sun's right there on top of the trees, and I don't know how much longer we could go. Man, I couldn't be more happy to have this wheat crop done. It wound up turning out a little bit better than what I thought it would. Yield monitor showing we averaged, I don't know, somewhere between 75 and 80 bushels an acre. I'll have to add everything up to make sure, but after all the rain we got, I'm pretty tickled with it. We're done with this crop and no more worrying about it. I wish we had something to look forward to on fall harvest, but the way our crops look, it's going to be a real mixed bag. I don't see any way there's going to be record crops. We're just going to try and salvage what we can, manage what we can. Some of the damage that's been done is irreversible, but we're going to try and make the most of what we got left. This ain't the year that we wanted, but this is the year the good Lord's given us, and He'll provide a way for us to get through it. Yeah, I just barely be able to fit it on here. Well guys, hope y'all enjoyed this wheat harvest video. Unfortunately, now the real work for the year begins, so appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you in the next one. Lord, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for this crop. Once again, you provided for us, and we have faith you'll continue to provide for us the rest of the year. Lord, just please be with us as we go throughout the rest of this year. Give us the wisdom, strength, the time, and the energy we need to manage the crops that you've blessed us with, to help us do our part to make the most of them. Lord, I ask that you keep us safe the rest of the year as we watch over and manage your creation. Thanks for all the blessings you've bestowed upon us, because only through you are these things possible. For I pray these things in Christ's name, amen.